Welcome to MRL. In this learning session, we'll be learning about solid figures. In this session, we'll be learning about prisms. A prism is a solid figure. This is a figure of a prism. A prism is a solid figure. It is a polyhedron. The bases are congruent. We have got base 1, base 2, which are congruent, and also they are parallel. They are parallel polygons. Remember, the bases of prism are polygons. They are congruent as well as parallel. The lateral surfaces are parallelograms or rectangles. The prisms are named according to the polygon forming the base. Accordingly, we have got a triangular base prism if the base is a triangle. We have got a square base prism if the base is a square. We have a pentagonal base prism if it is a pentagon, and a hexagonal prism if the base is a hexagon. And the faces, the vertices, and the edges of a prism are countable. The perpendicular distance between the polygonal base and the polygonal top is called as the height of the prism. That is called as the height of the prism. Now we have got different types of prisms. We have got a regular prism if the bases are having regular polygons, and we have got irregular prisms if the bases are having irregular polygons. Remember that. Now if a prism has a base of n sides, if a prism has a base of n sides, then the prism has n plus 2 faces, 2n vertices, and 3n edges. Let us take one example here. Now this prism has got a base which is a triangle. That means n is equal to 3. Therefore the number of faces is 3 plus 2, that is 5 faces. The vertices is 2n, that is 2 into 3, that is 6 vertices. The edges are 3n, that is 3 into 3, 9 edges. Therefore a triangular based prism has faces, 5 faces, 6 vertices, and 9 edges, because the number of sides of the base is 3, or n is equal to 3. Now a cuboid is a rectangular prism. A cube is a square prism and also a regular prism. Please remember this. A cuboid is a prism, a rectangular prism. A cube is also a prism. It is a regular prism, and it is also called as a square prism. A cylinder is a prism of n-sided polygon base, and that means n is having infinite value here, and therefore a cylinder is also a prism where the bases are polygons of n sides, and n is infinite side here. Now the right prism, a prism in which lateral edges are perpendicular to the base, is called as a right prism. A right prism has rectangular lateral faces. An oblique prism, the lateral edges are not perpendicular to the base, and such a prism is called as an oblique prism. Now the surface area of a prism. A prism has lateral surfaces and the bases. So the lateral surface area will be the perimeter of the base into height. So take the perimeter of the base and multiply by height. That will give the lateral surface area of the prism. And the base area, that is the polygonal base here. Therefore to find the base area, there are two bases. Therefore if I consider the base as capital B and the other base also as capital B, that means the total area will be the base area and the top area, that is 2B. Now the question is, what is B here? Now B depends upon the polygonal base. If the polygonal base is an equilateral triangle, then B is equal to root 3a square by 4. If the polygonal base is a square, then the B is equal to a square. If the polygonal base is a rectangle, then it will be the length of the rectangle and breadth of the rectangle. We have to take the product of that. That gives you B, and the total base areas will be 2B. Therefore the total surface area of a prism is the lateral surface area plus the base area plus the top area. The lateral surface area is PH, base area is B, and PH. Therefore the total surface area is PH plus 2B. And remember, B will be determined according to the polygonal base. If the polygonal base, and the formula for B changes according to the polygonal base. Remember that. Now as an example, I have taken an example here, that is the base is a equilateral triangle, and the lateral surfaces are rectangles. Therefore the base B is root 3a square by 4. So 2B will be 2 into root 3a square by 4, that is root 3 into a square by 2. The lateral surface area will be the perimeter of the base, that is AA plus, that is 3a, into height, that is 3AH. Therefore the total surface area is that is 2B plus PH, that is root 3a square by 2 plus 3AH. So that is the total surface area of a prism, formula for that. Now to find the volume of a prism. The volume of a prism is equal to area of base into height. Since it is a regular figure, find the area of the base and multiply by height. Therefore, the area of the base is capital B and height is h. Therefore, the volume is equal to B into h. The volume of equilateral triangle based right prism is B into h, where B is root 3 a square by 4 into height. And remember, it is for equilateral triangle. Now, if it is a square based prism, then the area of the base is a square. Therefore, the volume will be a square into height. And if it is a rectangular based right prism, then the volume, the area of the base is length into breadth and the height is h, therefore it is L into B into h, and that is exactly the formula which is used for finding out the volume of a cuboid, because cuboid is a rectangular based right prism. So please remember this much, and in our next lesson or learning session we will be learning about the next solid figure, and that is pyramids. But try to remember all the properties of prism and the various formulas to find out the lateral surface area, the base area, the volume and the total surface area of a prism. Very important for calculations. Scribble them in a book, keep them as a reference for your future. Thank you.